Psycho Man. This character first appeared in Fantastic Four Annual number 5, and let me tell you, I wish he is used more nowadays, because in current comics, he's now been used like a background supervillain. Not much to do for the story, but back then, he was used. Mainly as a Fantastic Four villain, but he was used in other comics, like Spider-Man being one. This is a character who can box with Spider-Man. This is a character who can box with a Thing. This is also a character who can box with freaking Annihilus. Annihilus. That says a lot. He does have bad feats though. But just so you know, this guy is no human. This character actually comes from the Microverse, which we'll get to in a bit. But his real weapon, what makes him a threat, is his handheld control box, which manipulates 3 emotions: hate, fear, and doubt. All it takes is one zap and boom. Let's say he used fear on you. He's gonna make you see, feel, and hear things that are not real. Doubt, he's gonna make you feel doubt. Hate, well, he's gonna make you feel hate. And with these 3 emotions, it can even let you to do some things that you should not do. Let's say, for example, I use a fear gun at you, and you see like you see Pennywise the dancing clown. And once you see Pennywise, you might, jump out the window and die. Just like what Psycho Man did to this man in his first appearance. So this guy delivered a containment box to the wrong address, which is Alicia Master's house. And so Psycho Man punishes him by using his box on him, having him feel fear. And because he's feeling fear, he ran out the window. Oh my lord. Oh yeah, and he's also bulletproof. And you see his whole body? Yeah, that's not his skin. That's actually armor, which we will get to in a bit. He also used the Fear Ray on Ben Grimm, but instead of Ben Grimm running away, he fought back like a champ. Out of all the characters in the Fantastic Four, Ben Grimm would most likely be a Green Lantern because he overcomes fear, which is the whole point of being a Green Lantern. But anyway, Ben Grimm being the goat himself. Even Psycho Man is impressed by it. By the way, my bad, that's called Containment 5. He needed the Containment 5 to create a giant-sized Psycho Ray, so the ray can affect every emotion of man, woman, and child on Earth. And he can control all emotions of the helpless human race, then becomes the total master of all humanity. Not gonna lie, pretty solid villain. He used it on the Fantastic Four and the Inhumans, but it got interrupted by Black Panther. And it's revealed that Psycho Man's quote-unquote body is actually a costume. There's literally no one inside that costume. And before we talk about more about Psycho Man, first, when you talk about the Microverse, that is where he's from. And in his own words, I'm reading the comic as I'm recording this. In his own words, it says, he said that he is not an Earthman or an Earthling. However, in truth, he is. He comes from a world of subatomica, worlds in which microgalaxies exist, so small that your most powerful microscopes cannot begin to detect them. From our safe and vantage point within the singular Earthling atom, he studied the gigantic planet upon which you live. The planet which shall soon be ours. I am so small that you could never see me, could never harm me. So basically, he comes from something that's very, very small. Like, think of, I forgot that one movie, Ant-Man Quantumania, Ant-Man 3, whichever you call it. I mean, hey, can you blame me for forgetting that movie? The Microverse is kind of like that. That's where Psycho Man comes from. He also plays a big part in one of Susan's stories, and I forgot that one issue. I'll pull it up on the screen. Yeah, he was involved in the whole thing with Malice. Yeah, so for those who are playing Marvel Rivals and wonders how did Susan get this suit? Yep, it involves him. So basically, Psycho Man and his assistant, the Hate Monger, manipulated Susan, turned her into Malice, have her face her family, but Reed was able to free her by pretty much rage baiting her. But then Sue wanted vengeance, so her, Reed, Johnny, and She-Hulk traveled to the Microverse to face off Psycho Man. Susan had to go through like such horror, which, let me be honest, this reminds me of some Pennywise stuff. I don't know, I've been watching Welcome to Derry this past few weeks, but anyway. Eventually, Susan did get her revenge. It was at that moment where she changed her name to the Invisible Woman. She was called the Invisible Girl before. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, Psycho Man also appeared in one of the Hulk stories where he used a machine on Terrax and Silver Surfer, and god, that machine must be so powerful. Imagine Imagine if Psycho Man uses that on a Green Lantern. Can you imagine that? I do wonder how would that work though. Oh yeah, remember that I said that the Microverse is super small? Yeah, the little guy who was in the Psycho Man body, yeah, he's pretty small too. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know this is short, gonna keep it short. Did you learn something new about Psycho Man? Comment down below. Do you like Psycho Man? Do you not like Psycho Man? You think Psycho Man should be used more? How do you want Marvel to handle him? In a comic, in a TV show, in a movie? I think Psycho Man should be used for the Fantastic Four sequel as the main villain, but that's just me. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you love the Fantastic Four, Marvel, DC, or just comics in general, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.